This presentation is on bioscience and biosafety levels. It is brought to you by the Loma Prieta chapter of the Sierra Club. This video contains information on bioscience and biosafety levels and provides guidelines because the agents used in labs are often hazardous. Biosafety is highly regulated for workers, but cities are ultimately responsible for the protection of their residents and the environment. Bioscience is any science that deals with the biological aspects of living organisms and may also be named biotech, life sciences, biosystems, and so on. Agents are the raw materials most likely present in bioscience labs. Some examples are microorganisms such as viruses, bacteria, and parasites, recombinant DNA, and human or animal tissues, blood or body fluids. Escaped agents can be hazardous to neighborhoods and the environment. Each biosafety level has its own specific containment controls required for laboratory practices, safety equipment, and facility construction. BSL 1 poses the lowest threat to humans and the environment. BSL 2, moderate hazard posed to neighborhoods and the environment. BSL 3, severe to lethal for humans and danger to environment. And BSL 4, biosafety level 4, is the highest safety level, life-threatening diseases such as Ebola and Crimean hemorrhagic fever. Zoning is typically used to isolate labs from neighborhoods, with BSL 1 as the exception. BSL levels over 1 are zoned industrial only and conditional use in commercial. Given the risks inherent with working with these agents, considerations need to be given to lab workers as well as the community and the environment in the events of accidents, disasters, or building failure. This should be a key component of the environmental impact review process. This is particularly important if proposed developments are in proximity to neighborhoods or delicate bay ecosystems and where risk of disruption from sea level and groundwater rise is high. A good rule of thumb for these areas would be to outright prohibit BSL 3 and 4. Local area airports have banned anything above BSL 1. When evaluating a site, 4 considerations should be made. Seismicity, such as proximity to fault lines and area tendency for liquefaction. Flooding, taking into consideration sea level rise, groundwater rise, and stormwaters. Community, is a site near large populations of people, such as neighborhoods, transit hubs, office buildings, shopping malls, traffic, schools, or airports. And the environment, including waterways, areas under tidal influence, sensitive habitats, and areas within landslide or fire risk. Land use authorities should require applicants to include the following plans and documentation as part of the project requirements: proposed biosafety levels, a biological risk assessment, the range of pathogens and agents used at the site, the necessary safety features, and the emergency protocols for both the labs and the surrounding environment and neighborhoods. Applicants should also provide a monitoring and verification program incorporating a rigorous and routine assessment for any potential air, water, or noise pollution or waste materials generated by the facility, especially in the case of airborne particles or biohazardous materials. Additionally, cities should adopt into their approval processes that any changes to the established biosafety level must first be approved by City Council and may trigger a new CEQA evaluation and must be updated in the development agreement. In the case of a speculative development, where the final tenants or buyers may not be known during the city entitlement process, require that developers include the allowed BSL in the initial entitlements and in the EIR. After entitlement, require each new tenant or owner provide all BSL documentation before a lease or purchase is approved to ensure compliance. For more information, the Sierra Club Biosafety Level Laboratory Guidelines is available at this link.